So, who are you?
I'm Rich Panelli. I've been living in Redwood City for about 35 years. I'm retired. Retired from IBM, where I worked for 30 years. I retired about 15 years ago. And I have a wife and 2 children.
Excellent. And so you retired. How did you get involved with Sustainable Redwood City?
That's interesting. Part of it was because you and I met over some of the meetings that were being held regarding the salt works. Mm-hmm. We didn't know each other, but we had some very similar opinions. And as we started discussing those things and who was standing up for the city, we found out that a minority instead of a majority of the opinion was being offered at each of the meetings. So you and I started talking, and we said maybe we can make a little difference by forming an organization to represent the majority of opinion. And so that's how Sustainable started.
Okay. And why do you continue being in it?
Well, I think it's for the betterment of the city. It's since when I worked, I didn't have time to really give back. My wife did a lot of the volunteering at Sequoia Hospital, but I got interested in the financial aspect because I spent a lot of time at IBM on the financial side of things. And I wanted to make sure that whatever projects were built or were being considered would be considered from a financial sustainability, long-term sustainability, without imposing additional tax burdens on the current citizens, current residents. So that's really where my interest started.
Now, where do you think we're going to go as far as Redwood City?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I think it really depends on a number of things. We have a very diverse city, and so it depends on how we can build an environment where those differences can be, we can live with the differences as a society. There's differences economically, there's differences ethnically, there are differences in terms of what people place in terms of priorities. And I think that's one of the things that Sustainable is all about. That's why I stay here, is because in order to have things happen in the future, you've got to bring these groups together, the mindset together, to represent the majority, and that means compromise. And if all you represent is one individual piece of, or one individual topic, and you refuse to compromise, you don't really get very far.
Thank you.